Good morning, students. Today we will be studying regarding the history and background of drama. Drama is a performance. It is meant to be performed on stage in front of the audience at the theatre. It originated during the Greek civilization around 800 BC, and after that we had Roman civilization from 300 BC to 500 AD. In the Greek theatre, drama was a means to worship their mythical gods, and in doing so, drama was turned into a sort of ritual and festivals. Chorus provides the commentary and insights to the characters on stage and characters' thought process. Earlier, there used to be 3 days contest where playwrights came and performed their plays. As there were less number of actors, they had to play multiple roles by making use of masks. During the Middle Ages, plays were started to be performed in England, but we find that in the initial days, church had a different view and saw drama as evil. Therefore, plays were only performed by a traveling group of actors who were also called the town guilds. Later we find the church saw the ritualistic value of drama and began to encourage drama that focused on the life of Christ and other scenes performed during Christmas and also other festivals. These plays helped the uneducated people religiously because they had no variety. They began with creation and end with justice on the day of judgment. Whenever a storyteller gets involved in the story and acts out what happened, it is drama. Okay, that is how drama is defined. Now, drama, it consists of 2 types of writing. The dialogue and the characters speak, the stage directions that tells the actor how to move and speak, describing the sets and the props. It can be also presented in 2 ways: as literature, the text of the play itself; as performance, the production of the play in a theatre. Now let us look at how drama, what was the origin of drama. The drama in England had a religious origin. The church felt the need of religious teaching so that people could be emotionally attached to Christianity. Every day after worship ceremony, they took little incidents from the Bible and narrated them to the people. Gradually, this narration took the form of dialogue and action. The earliest liturgical dialogue comprises 3 lines. Moving on, we have miracle and mystery plays. Now, the drama was passed over to the town guilds or trade unions of towns. In the hands of this layman, the drama developed significantly. 2 kinds of plays became popular. One was the miracle and the other was the mystery play. The first deals with the life of saints, the second handled the incidents from the Bible. The language became vernacular. They introduced non-biblical passages for the purpose of entertainment, but basically they still served as tools of instruction. We also have the morality play. Drama went one step away from religion in morality plays. They focused the moral conflict of an ordinary man between good and bad, but they represented the struggle of souls in Christian terms. It also centered on religion. Moving ahead, we have Renaissance theatre. There was a rebirth of interest in the theatre of Greek and Roman period. The set designs became more elaborate. Indoor theatres, arch stage, curtains were introduced between scenes. These plays were more secular in nature and were primarily performed as a source of entertainment for the royalties, unlike the medieval dramas which were performed to educate people. The great dramatists during this time were Christopher Marlowe, William Shakespeare, and Ben Jonson. There were some famous theatres. We have the Theatre 1576 by James Burbage. We have the Curtain 1577, then the Rose 1587, the Swan 1595, the Globe 1599, Hope 1630. In the early Elizabethan plays, we also see the use of interludes, and drama was now moving towards realism in this form, that is, in the form of interludes in the 15th century. These were the short dramas which were performed during the intervals of elaborated plays. It generally attacked the people, professions, and society. The emphasis of interludes was more on amusement than on instruction. Then we come to the features of Elizabethan drama. We see that the comedies used Italian or Latin as source. Comedies were often romances or congratulatory works in praise of a patron or monarch. Love and its tribulations were the main themes. History plays and chronicles were common. Tragedy used Seneca as a model. Tragedies were full of emotional speeches and scenes and used a great deal of stage spectacles. Tragedies were concerned with the darker side of human character, immorality, greed, and cruelty. It also touched upon the melancholic aspect of human life, shared with Jacobean drama. Politics and history interested among all the playwrights. That means it interested all the playwrights. These were the common topics. Here are some smart facts. Number one is interludes were also called as secular farces. Interludes were made popular by Thomas Heywood in his work called Four P's, then Play of Weather, and Sir John the Priest. The first tragedy staged during the Renaissance period was Gorboduc, Ferox and Porrex. It was written by Thomas Norton and Thomas Sackville and was performed before Queen Elizabeth during Christmas celebration on 1561. Ralph Roister Doister is the first comedy performed in England, and this play was written by Nicholas Udall. Udall was influenced by Roman writers Plautus and Terence. Gamma Gurton Needle was the second comedy to be staged on Elizabethan stage, and the playwright is anonymous. These three plays, namely Gorboduc, Ralph Roister Doister, and Gamma Gurton Needle, imitated the Roman and the Greek plays. Next, we have some important texts of Elizabethan age. We have Nicholas Udall's Ralph Roister Doister, as we have just mentioned. Then we have Toto's Miscellany, Holinshead's Chronicles, Spencer Shepherd's Calendar and Fairy Queen, Shakespeare's Henry VI, again Shakespeare's Sonnets, Bacon's Essays, Johnson's Every Man in His Humour, Marlowe's Dr. Faustus, Shakespeare's Othello, King Lear and Macbeth. We have the authorized version of Bible. Then we have Parcher's His Pilgrimage, Middleton's Changelings, and finally we have a historical event where there is a change of the ruler. With the death of James I, we see the accession of Charles I in the year 1625. So with these words, I would like to end today's lecture. Thank you everyone.